me in the mood. It feels like I'm about to get screwed. My heart is easily misled. They say once you get older you regret. Head in the clouds, give me time. What is the harm? There's no crime. Out there, I throw myself out there, but not a care in the world. I'm a big girl with too much love. Prepare for warfare. Whispers behind my trust my name, I don't feel ashamed. My lust is easily misread. Once I get older, I'll have all these skeletons in my bed. Raise the speed, lose track of time. I wanna stay naive, both summer and winter time.
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings. What is going on? Hello, everybody. Crystal, Assel. Assel, it has been a long time. It is good to see you. How have you been doing? How have you been doing, Assel? Very good to see you. Lizelle, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Andrew, welcome back. Modern Muse Tarot, Jasmine, Parlena KSW, Lady, and Modern Muse Tarot has a donation. Thank you so much, Modern Muse Tarot. I appreciate you so much. All right, we got Hello B. Welcome back. Hello. It is good to see you as well. All right, let's see. Lady joined Demetra. What is going on? We got everybody here tonight. It is already exciting. We just now started. I'm just saying. Modern Muse Tarot. Should I stay at the new job? Modern Muse. Get the new job. Want to know if we're going to stay or if we're going to leave, because sometimes those jobs, you know, they're kind of annoying. They're kind of annoying. They'll try to work you to death, and that's no good sometimes, you know. Ain't nobody got time for all of that. All right, let me resume and refocus. There we go. Much better indeed. Cowboy Dan, welcome. How are you doing, everybody? Linda, what is going on? It is good to see you as well. All right, for this one, we are going to use the Divine Masculine Tarot. It is masculine indeed, and it is divine, and it will tell Modern Muse Tarot. Should they stay at the job? Because apparently it sucks. Apparently, Modern Muse, it doesn't seem like that job is going quite as well as you had hoped, maybe. I mean, it seems like something's going on over there. You do have the Nine of Swords, indeed. Indeed, we have something happening over there. There is some action. There is some adventure. There are some things going on. We got Nine of Swords, Death, Fool, and Six of Cups. Now, obviously, entertainment purposes only. Never change jobs based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. Okay, that being said, Nine of Swords says that, yeah, it is challenging over there. There are some things that are going to be a pain in the butt. There are some challenges you're going to have to cross over and you're going to have to get through. And Death says they may not be coming anytime soon. So, yeah, we have a newish job. We did work hard to get there. And then when we sort of snuck in, all of a sudden things didn't work out quite the way we wanted it to. Indeed, that Nine of Swords. But there is a concern. There is that concern that, hey, if I leave, now I'm sort of considered a job hopper. Or if I leave, like, what's going to happen next? Like, who's going to hire me next? I spend a lot of time finding this stupid job. You know what I mean? Boo Boo, welcome. And Paula, welcome as well. Death says that you need to change. That's obvious. Death says that you need to change. You need to update. You need something that's going to be a bit different. You need that Six of Cups to where you match well with the job. And see, this is one of the things with these Two of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Ten of Cups. When you have this matching ideals and matching things coming in there, you need one of those, right? Paulina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. But the Fool says you're going to have to go somewhere else to get it. So basically, yeah. I mean, it says that you should not stay. Again, entertainment purposes only. We can't stress that enough. The Nine of Swords says there is some concern. Death says for things to change, you're going to be the one that has to make the change, and you may be making it with being the Fool, with leaping out, with moving forward and finding something that matches you better, you know, because sometimes you get in those situations where it just doesn't match us. It's just like the boss is going to be a pain in the butt, or the company is kind of weird, or, you know, they're going to make you the only person that does any work around there. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. All right. Hello, B wants a medical thing. All right. But we got a lot of these. We got a lot of entertainment purposes only coming out of here. That's for sure. Back surgery. Ow, the This Might Hurt Tarot would fit that perfectly. I'm just saying, hello, B. Okay. First off, I'm sorry that you have back problems. That sucks. That sucks, because back problems, that affects everything. That like takes over your entire life. It is just brutal. It is just brutal. All right. Now, before we do the read, I am obviously not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. I do play doctor, but that's a different thing. But yeah, I am not a doctor. I do not have any qualifications whatsoever to give you medical advice. So you need to see a doctor and ask them this question, because I think a doctor will be able to tell you this question properly. So what we're going to do is we are going to have a general reading. We're translating this question into a general reading for you. And we're going to see what is in said general reading. Andrea, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Bartman, welcome back. What is going on? All right. A general reading for, hello, B. Six of Pentacles says some spending is indeed required. There's some spending required. There appears to be some spending required with this in order to get something done, in order to move forward, in order to get something happening, right? Lady, thank you for your donation. The Wheel of Fortune says things are going to be the same. So if you're looking for a difference, if you're looking for changes, if you're looking for something to resolve itself without any intervention, that looks difficult, because the Wheel of Fortune basically says what comes around goes around. So if you have this sort of situation today, you're going to have this sort of situation tomorrow. You know, today, tomorrow, the next day, they're all going to match up. The Wheel of Fortune said what comes around goes around indeed. So if you're looking for something to be different, Wheel of Fortune said it's not really going to be different until you make an intervention for that. Ace of Cups says there's a lot of concern. There's a lot of worry. There is a lot of concern with this next to the High Priestess, right? It feels like that we do need some counsel. We do need some advice from the doctor. We do need to sort of talk about that and find out the next steps, because the High Priestess is all about information. And you need somebody with this information. You need somebody maybe who's been there, somebody who understands your plight, somebody who is able to sort of understand where you're coming from and be able to recommend something that's going to be good for you overall, right? Because you don't want somebody, you know, that's going to be inexperienced and whatnot. The High Priestess has the information. They do. And that Ace of Cups says it's very important to make the correct choice in this matter, because things like when people start cutting you open, that's a pain. That is literally painful. And you could have more problems than you do now, or it could be significantly better, or it could be not better at all, you know? So Trellis, welcome. How are you doing? But yeah, there is a a lot of information required because there's some careful choices, some big choices that need to be made here. And there is a lot of money at stake as well. So it definitely says to go to the high priestess, to find the person with that information, somebody who knows where you're coming from, who knows sort of what the next steps are going to be. And the best source for you is going to be obviously, talking to other people with the doctrine and whatnot. The Ace of Cups says make the decision. Make the decision well, because there is a lot of risk involved with anything when people start cutting you, when people start doing all of that. All right. So, I mean, basically it says, yeah, you have to spend that money and you're going to have to take some action to do something. Will I get my reply this Friday? Cowboy Dan, welcome back, by the way. Cowboy Dan, it is so good to see you. I'm just saying, Cowboy, it is good to see you, Dan. I mean, how are you doing over there? I mean, it's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, and I am freaking ready. I am freaking ready for the weekend. I can tell you that now. I am extremely excited about not working. You know what I mean? Not working sounds very appealing right now. That sounds mighty, mighty attractive. Kay Ashoka, welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. And lady, that's quite okay. That's quite okay. I mean, let's see, Cowboy Dan. Gonna get a reply, yes or no question. Are we gonna get some communication? Looking for some swords, some movement cards. I mean, anything would be great. We start out with a nice movement card. So you do have a good opportunity to sort of get things done and that connection involved as well. The Three of Pentacles. Okay. So basically this is saying that, yeah, I think that you'll get a reply this Friday. Yes, you have the movement cards that you need. You have the connection card that you need. We have movement towards a connection, towards getting you the information that you need, getting you the reply that you need in this matter, right? Movement, they're sort of headed this way. They have the book in their hand. They have the satchel or whatever. And I mean, they're going to deliver it, right? They're literally delivering this information. So your reply is coming, yes. Now, the reply does require some follow-up. I mean, there's some other things going on. You need to follow up with this reply. Cappy, welcome back. How are you doing? So good to see you. You do need to reply. You do need to follow up with this. It's not going to be where they just dump information on you and you're like, oh, great, thanks. I don't think that's it. I think there's something to be concerned about with this reply, and I do think there's some follow-up. There is some things, because this is about teamwork, right? Talk about this in my new book. This is about teamwork, and I think the coordination that needs to happen after the reply is going to be pretty critical for you. You're going to have to get there, and you're going to have to do all of that. Paulina, wonder if me and my partner are going to get back together. Love to you, Paulina. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I appreciate you so much. Let's get you, Paulina. By the way, there is a Paulina tarot, in case you're wondering. I think that's kind of funny. There is a Paulina tarot. I remember having that like way, way back. Was it like 8, 9 years ago? I mean, that was literally forever that I had the Paulina tarot. It was pretty cute though. I mean, it wasn't a bad looking deck. I remember that one. I had to give it away because, I mean, the problem with tarot is there's always a better tarot deck, that you got, right? The new one is always better. You're always excited for the new one, and you got to start getting rid of some of the old ones. So I had to get rid of the Paulina tarot. Ended up gifting it to somebody. I actually took we have a tarot meetup over here. And I brought like about 20 boxes to the tarot meetup, and I just sort of handed them out. Basically, I just said, here, there you go. Paula, watch the unboxing. Yeah, Paula, it is. Paula, did you get your cloth yet? Did you get your cloth? I figured it'd be a couple of weeks or so. I don't really know when you're going to get it, but I figured it'd be pretty soon. I mean, moderately soon, right? All right. Anyway. If we are the partner, we're going to get back together. We're going to have that reuniting feel. Three of Swords says not likely. I mean, you do have that. Three of Swords. You have a couple of Kings over here. Okay. I think that the partner has some issues to be resolved. I don't think that they're just going to sort of run back into your arms and things are just going to meld together and it's going to be hearts and all sorts of beautiful things. It just doesn't seem like that, right? we have a couple of kings over here, and the kings is next to an empress, which does look pretty good. It does look pretty good. But it almost seems like, Paulina, that they come in and they demand it to be their way, right? They want it to be their way. They don't want it your way. They want it their way. And I think they hard line that. They're like, yeah, well, you know, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can work this stuff out. But again, they need to be in charge. You have the King of Pentacles. Now, this is the retired banker. Don't freak out with that. But combined with the King of Swords, it's very sort of a power trip. It's almost like that they have a little bit of a narcissistic side that's sort of coming out, that's sort of there, that I have demands if we're going to move forward with this. I have demands if we're going to try this out. Empress says you may be okay with that. Maybe. I mean, you could say, Paulina, you could say, hey, that sounds reasonable. You know, you have the couple of these demands. I don't think they're too bad. I can put up with these. You know, let's sort of go forward with these. Andrew, thank you for your joining the family. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes. The Empress says maybe you agree to that. I don't know. But the Three of Swords says it's a rough deal. I mean, it's not like a deal you're going to walk away feeling like, yes, I got a great deal on this. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a little bit challenging for you. But yeah, I mean, there is that. All right, what do we got going next? Thank all of you for being here, by the way. It is so awesome for everybody to be hanging out with me on a Thursday night. Tomorrow is Friday. Thank Jesus tomorrow is Friday. I'm just saying. Thank Jesus. Today, I mean, I've worked 12 hours every day this week. I worked 13 hours yesterday, and it ended up getting like a migraine from staring at the screen for 13 freaking hours. So, I mean, I'm just saying, staring at a computer screen for 13 hours, not recommended. Not recommended. You will walk away with quite a headache. I don't think anybody is going to be immune to that kind of headache, because it was pretty potent, and it just knocked me out. Literally knocked me out. All right. Well, Andrew, well, thank you for supporting the stream. I appreciate you so much. You are awesome as always. All right. Andrea wants to know, just applied for a job. Just applied for that job. We want to know if we're going to get it. We need to get a job at this point, right? Hooping Rabbit, sure. Trellis, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. Hooping, welcome to the stream. We need to get it. We need to get that done. Emma, thank you so much for your donation. I think that you get it. I mean, bottom line, we're going to go a preliminary thumbs up here. We got us so many freaking good cards here. We do. You've been searching. You have been searching. You have been on the track. You have been questing out there, getting your name out there, getting that movement out there, getting that passion out there. And I think that you really sort of have been working hard with this. And the application looks pretty good, to be honest. It looks really good. You know what I mean? This 7 is all about having sort of putting in that effort. And when you pair it with the 9, by the way, I talk about this in my book. There's a whole chapter on this combo. They're literally a whole chapter, or not chapter, a page. Well, I mean, they're massive pages, so whatever. Anyway, the 7 and the 9 combo is the literal best combination you can get for a yes or no reading. I'm just saying. It says that I've worked hard. I worked diligently for something. I put in the effort, and I am going to receive the reward. Because what's happening? He's digging a hole. He's planting the pentacles, and he's seeing it sort of sprout out. And over here, she is reaping the reward. She has bucket loads of pentacles sprouting from the greenery. And I'm just saying, it is a reward for your work. You've done well. You get the communication over here with the swords. I'm just saying, absolutely yes. That is a resounding, shout out from the hill kind of yes. You know what I mean? Lady did a donation. Lady, thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. You ordered the Azathoth Thero. That is awesome. Oh, that is awesome. Lady, let me know if you have a question. I appreciate that. If you have a question, let me know. In the meantime, we will hop to Cappy. Andrew, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. Cappy, Cappy wants to know. Cappy wants to know the good stuff. And for Cappy, we are going to break out literally everybody's favorite deck. Literally everybody's favorite deck, the Bumbleberry Hollows. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody should own this, but I mean, you're going to want to own this after you see this enough times. You know what I mean? You're just going to want to pick this up. This is something that you just can't resist. It has hypnotized you. It has. Christina, thank you much for hanging out with us tonight. What is going on, Christina? Christina's not here in person, but she's here in spirit. She's here in spirit. All right. Willa reached the fitness goals. Cappy is on the track. Cappy is literally on the track to get some fitness stuff done. Cappy's got it done. Emperor says you have the ability to do that. Right? You do that. Okay. Emperor is very powerful here. Sunflower, thank you so much for your donation. And Meadows, welcome. How are you doing? All right. Emperor says you have the power to do it. And that is so important. When you have a reading like this, you need that Emperor. The Emperor calls to you. The Emperor wants to talk to you. The Emperor says that you have the ability to do it this time. A lot of times you don't have the willpower. A lot of times you're just like, oh man, but I think that you have it, right? The Hanged Man says you're looking at your fitness goals this time. You're looking at them differently, Cappy. It's not, it's not a freebie. You know that you have to put in that effort, and I think that you're ready. I really think that you're at a point where you're just prepared. And that's sort of where the Hanged Man comes in. The Hanged Man says that, I mean, yeah, I have a different perspective this time. I have more commitment this time, especially combined with the Emperor. And that 10 of Wands says you're able to carry the sticks, you're able to do the exercise, you're able to get all this stuff done. I think that is powerful. And absolutely, you will achieve your fitness goals. Now, I do think it's going to take 9 to 10 months to get your goals in there. Sweet Pea, thank you for your donation. But I think that you're capable, and I think that you're able to do that. You have such a unique perspective. You have such a unique sort of look at where you want to be versus where you have been, etc., etc. All right. You have been having headaches. Boo Boo has been having headaches as well. All right. Boo Boo, let's see what's going on with the headaches. Hopefully you don't have cancer or something. I don't know. Let's see. If we got the thought would say something terrible, but we're not using the thought because Boo Boo wants nothing to do with it. Astaria Sin, welcome back. It is good to see you. Astaria, it's been a while. I mean, you left for like a long time, and then you came back, and you're back pretty regular now. Well, a couple of times at least. Love Apples. Speaking of regular, what is going on, Love Apples? It is good to see you as well. I'm just saying, everybody is here. The party's officially on at this point. I mean, there's no stopping the party right now. No stopping the party at all.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
So let's do it. It's for entertainment purposes only. Boo Boo knows. Boo Boo has the facts on her side. What is going on with the headaches? Just too much damn work. It's too much work. You have the teamwork card. You have the work card. You're trying to get things done too quickly. You're trying to get too many things done too quickly. You've bitten off more than you can chew, as they say, as the old people say. You've bitten off more than you can chew, as my dad would say. I mean, I'm just saying. The Knight of Swords says you're trying to get it done too early, too quickly. And what do you get? You get the freaking headaches. Boo Boo, you get the freaking headaches. You know who likes headaches? Nobody likes headaches.
Boo!
And you need to get rid of them. Bottom line here is lighten up. Lighten up on your expectations. Lighten up on trying to get too many damn things done at once. Focus on one thing, knock it out. You don't have to be the hero for everything. You don't have to do everything. Let yourself relax. Let yourself go forth and sort of, just be there and be present and whatnot. That 5 says there's just too much work. There's too much work. You can offload some of that work for sure, but trying to get it done quickly and perfectly isn't working out for you. You got to relax. Because it's giving you a freaking headache. The best thing that you can do is to eliminate anything that sort of just gets you in that mode. You want to be cognizant of when you're starting to get a migraine, and you want to figure out what was happening at that time. Because I think that there are certain things that are triggering it. You're not able to sort of see that clearly, and and that's the way it goes. You should not be doing that way. Paulina, it's the first time here. Paulina hasn't seen the magic trick, you guys. I'm telling you, Paulina has not seen the money trick. Paulina, you have not seen the money trick. Okay, Paulina, here's how it works. Paulina, we got to go get some tarot decks. We have to go get some tarot decks, Paulina. And a lot of times when you go to get some tarot decks, you don't have enough money. And of course, if I walk out the door with $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, I mean, that's clearly not going to be enough to buy some tarot decks. Okay, so Paulina, what we got to do, all you got to do, Paulina, is you snap your fingers like that. And when you do that, Paulina, now you got enough money. Now you have enough money. Now you have 20, you got 40, you got 60, 80, you got $100. Paulina, you got $100, Paulina. That's really all you need. That is literally all you need is $100. You're going to be able to buy enough tarot to satisfy anybody. At least a couple of decks. If you're on Kickstarter, that's like one deck. I mean, let's be honest with each other. But if you're on mass market, especially, you got the US game sale right now, 20% off. Llewellyn has 35% off coming probably in a couple of months. That's enough money. That is enough money. Just stay the hell off Kickstarter. You know better. You know better. Queenie and Starbright, thank you for your donations. I appreciate that. You have a love reading coming up here between S and MM. MS combined is going to be there. And we're going to get a little bit of a love reading with everybody's favorite. I mean, the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Bethel, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. I mean, you got a little love. It is the channel for love right here. We got plenty of love for all of you. All of you. I got enough love to just spread around everywhere. That sounds bad. You know what I'm saying. This channel is nothing but love. This channel is nothing but love over here. There you go. Okay. The love reading between S and them for April. You do have, look at this. You do have the Weaver of Spells. So looking pretty good. April looks like a little bit on everybody's on their own. Everybody's doing their own thing. Everybody is doing their own thing here. You got the oldest one. A little bit of an independent feel. Then you have the Reaper of Challenges. Again, a little bit of an independent feel. It's like people are doing their own thing right now. They're doing their own thing right now. Maybe we're not connected like we need to be. Maybe things aren't working that way right now. April may be a little challenge for that, okay? Ace of Visions is very powerful here. It says that May and June is going to be a little bit better. I think it's going to improve. It's going to pick up. I think things are going to improve, right? Because the Weaver of Spells says we are getting things moving. We are getting things done. And even though April may be challenged, April may be pulled back a little bit from some of that love excitement that we all want, overall, I think it's going to be okay. It is going to be okay indeed. May, June, a little bit better on the schedule, a little bit better how it goes. And by the way, we're going to use a Ciro Marchetti deck over here. By the way, I still have long sleeves on. I do still have long sleeves because it's freaking cold in Texas still. It is. You don't want it to be this cold in Texas. I mean, come on. Let's not have it this cold in Texas anymore. I'm ready for the heat. Not the 105-degree heat, but, maybe something a little bit different. Sure, Trellis is back and want to know about bartending class. Bartenders, I mean, they do make the cash. They do make quite a bit of cash, especially the ones that are going to be on the hot places, But the bars are kind of closed. It depends on where you're at. But some of the bars are closed right now. And bartending will be kind of rough with the whole COVID thing. But yeah, normally bartenders, they do make bank. Fairy Oracle coming in June. That sounds fun indeed. All right. Is bartending class the right move for you? Judgment says it is a unique opportunity. It is indeed. However, we have a little bit of a hope and dream here. In other words, this could be something that looks great, sounds great, but then in implementation, it may be a little more challenged than we're sort of ready for. Yeah, it depends on where you live. Atlanta's still hopping, I got to admit. That Eight of Wands is the movement card. So bottom line, spoiler alert, I would say go for it. I would say go for the bartending class. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Knight of Coins says it's not too challenged. It is not too challenged to sort of get through it. You know what I mean? It's like one of those where you just sort of knock it out. You go to the next thing. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty fun. You definitely had fun with it. And that Eight of Wands says that motion. It's going to get you in motion. It's going to get you some opportunities that you did not have before. Now, as far as sort of making the big bucks, making the money rain, that may be challenged overall. Faith says we may be overreaching our expectations. So just, be aware when you get out of it, you might not be making just huge bank, right? But Judgment says it is another thing on the resume. It is something that you can do. And yeah, I would say go for it. I would say the cards, an Eight of Wands at the end. Come on, that says that movement is appropriate for you. It is going to be something that you're going to be like, yes, that is so awesome. Speaking of awesome, Rose, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. Emma wants to know, do I have psychic abilities? Ooh, that's a good question. I haven't had a good question like that in a long time. Ooh, what's a good psychic abilities deck? I'm going to say the Poe, because all of you are already aware that the Poe knows. The Poe knows if we're going to do something a little bit on the esoteric, if we're going to do something a little bit on the exciting side, the Poe gets it done. The Poe knows. Edgar Allan heard the heart from beneath the floor. And he knows. He knows what's going to happen with that. So we have psychic abilities. Oh my, we got the psychic as the first freaking card. I think so. I do think so. I'm going to go with a yes on this. Do you have psychic ability? I'm Pisces, but I can't. So basically, you need to clear your mind. You have things running through your head. You know what I mean? You got things running through your head. You got all these exciting things in your life. Everything needs attention. This person needs attention. That person needs attention. This other hobby that you have, that needs to get done. We are excited about stuff. The psychic, I think you are. It's a matter of filtering out all of the garbage that's running through. You can do that with a lot of different things. We can do meditation. We can do sort of a focused guide instruction. There's things like that, right? But the Seven of Swords says you need to sort of sneak out of all of the mess, all of the garbage that's going on, and get into a better place. And that's going to allow you to sort of talk and sort of get a resurgence of your psychic abilities. The Sun says you just need a place for the sun to shine, And in order to do that, again, you have to get yourself clear of all the garbage that is running around. The Knight of Wands says definitely do it on a regular basis. The Knight of Wands is moving. It is the fiery aspect. You got to do it. You got to work at it. You don't have to sit there for 5 hours. Do 10 minutes. You know what I mean? 10, 15 minutes is all you really need. It's like trying to learn an instrument. You just do 10, 15 minutes. And then sort of move on with your life. Cowboy Dan, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, just get on it, do it every day. And the Knight of Swords says that don't sort of make this a big deal. You know what I mean? Don't be worried about it. Don't be concerned about it. You need to sort of do this on your own time. Do it relaxed and make it something fun. Make it something fun. And once you clear your mind, the sun comes in, I think that you will have the psychic abilities that you desire because the Poe knows. The Poe is never wrong. I'm telling you now, the Edgar Allan Poe deck is just never wrong. All right, out of inspiration, what can I write a song about? Andrew wants to know. Andrew, funny story, Andrew. I was about to buy a MIDI keyboard, and then I saw how much of a pain in the ass that writing a song is, and I immediately said, no thanks. Yeah, I'm going to pass. I am learning piano, but the MIDI keyboard and loading up Logic or Ableton, and that whole process, that looked like a severe pain in my behind. So, I mean, yeah, not something that I want to participate in, but I'm glad. I am just saying that I'm glad that that you're going to take it on. So good, have fun with that. All right, Moon Priestess, if you're in chat, thank you for your message over Instagram. I just got it. Okay, so let's see. What can I write a song about? Think that you need to write a song about a journey. You need to write a song about a journey. There's a journey waiting for you. There is a journey waiting for you. You have a journey with the Knight of Cups, and they're moving through it. It's an emotional journey. It's somewhere that they need to be, but they just haven't been able to get there. I think they're pretty excited about it. There was a lot of expectation. Now, the Two of Swords says there was some planning involved in this journey, but damn, it didn't go good at all. There was a lot of problems getting into this journey. There was some planning involved. It didn't go as expected. That Knight of Cups. There's a little bit of romance in it too. I'm just saying now. There's a little bit of romance in it too. That Knight of Cups is Mr. Romance. Let's all face the facts. The Five of Coins is during that journey, in that romantic, we find a lot of problems. We're running into the cold. We're running into sort of cold feet. We're not ready to go to the next stage. We're not ready to sort of get into that romance that we had started. There's a lot of problems. There's a lot of sort of backlash from previous relationships that we've had. The Knight of Swords says we force ourselves to do it anyway. We force ourselves to do it anyway. The Knight of Swords, we push through, we make it, and we get that journey, we get that relationship, everything goes well. There you go. I talked really fast, but you know what I mean? You can always rewatch the video. Mana, it is good to see you. How are you doing tonight? As always. I mean, we literally have a party. We have like 50 people here. It is officially a party. Let's go. Let's party.
Hooray!
All right. Well, it was a party, but now Boo Boo wants to know about everybody disappointing her. Let's find out. What is a disappointing deck? I mean, it is a depressing reading. Let's go with the Thoth. I think the Thoth knows. It does. Everybody that you help or support turns around and betrays me. Well, that's not good. I don't think I betrayed you. So that's a good thing. But let's find out. And by the way, thank you for your support, Sunflower. I appreciate you. All right, let's see. Oh, why? Well, there is sort of this match. We do have the devil here. I mean, we do have the Capricorn themselves. We do have the Capricorn themselves right here. So there is that devil aspect. There is. Man, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. There is that devil aspect with it. Maybe people just aren't who they seem. Or maybe people aren't who they seem when you meet them. That's the problem. That is. Now, Ray, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. The Moon says you need to use more of your intuition rather than logic when it comes to other people. I think that you're finding people that are logically, they should be a good match. They should be fun. They should be cool. They should be sort of that match made in heaven and so on. But then all of a sudden they just don't work out. Cece, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. They just don't work out. It's time to use your feelings. It's time to use your psyche. It's time to use your intuition. Sunshiny Day, welcome. It's time to use all of that and sort of reevaluate people before you sort of dig in too deep. Because I think that you have more people to meet. I think that they're going to be a better quality, and I think that things are going to improve overall. So, I think that. I just think that. Use your intuition rather than your logic when sort of hooking up or getting people in tune or sort of committing to anything, because I think that logically things look great, but in reality, you have to use more of your intuition with that. Yeah, there you go. Sweet Pea is the house I'm looking for in Town A for me. Kevin, welcome to the stream, Kevin. How are you doing? Good to see you. All right, let's see what we're doing here with that. I want to use everybody's freaking favorite deck in the world. And that is the Little Prince Tarot. Little Prince, it has a little movie about the Little Prince, or is a TV show or a movie, one of those. And they got a book. I mean, this is a fun deck to have. If you're going to get one deck this year, that's an older deck. This is it. This is it. This is such a freaking fun deck. It just puts you in a good mood when you see it, you know? All right. Is the house I'm looking for in town A? Is this going to be something that I need? Is it going to be something that I want? Magician says that there are some problems with the house. There are some problems with the house. By the way, entertainment purposes only. The Queen of Swords. I think that there are some things happening with the house that you're not aware of, quite frankly. The Hanged Man, sort of the hidden information, or things that don't look as they are actually, they look different than what they actually are. And that Nine of Swords, it causes you to some concern once you find out about it. Definitely sort of a dig deeper into this particular house. The Magician says that you are able to find out this information. It's not like it's completely hidden from you if once you start sort of digging around trying to find this information. But there is something with the house that you're not seeing. And you are not really being deceived, but things are being left out of the information. And it's something that is worrisome. It's something that you need to know so that you don't go in there and worry, right? You don't go in there and worry. So that's what it sort of says. That's what it sort of says. So there's your sort of a little bit of the bottom line there as far as that goes. Anyway, that is how it goes. All right. Star Bright wants to know, how will the weekend go? Let's see. We'll do a one-card read. Star Bright. Let's get one card. Do how will the weekend go? Let's find out how the weekend will go. You do have the Queen of Cups. It's a very emotional weekend for you. The Queen of Cups is indeed an emotional card. It's an emotional weekend for you. There are some things happening that do sort of pull your emotions into different directions. It's almost like you got competing emotions, or you got competing things trying to pull your emotions into different directions. That's basically it. It's emotional. You do have some competing things. You do have some things happening, and they go fairly quickly. And you got to sort of be on your toes a little bit. I don't think it's anything big, but it is something that you got to be on your toes and sort of figure that out, right? How can I wake up my psychic powers? Queenie wants to know. Well, let's get a drink of water and find out for Queenie. Queenie, welcome to the stream again. I really do appreciate you hanging out with us. Heather has donated over Square. Heather, thank you so much. Heather, what is your question? If you're in chat, I don't see you. Let me know what your question is in chat. I appreciate that. I know on Square, it would be nice if I could have a question posted on Square, but I think that we may be moving off Square. Apparently, Square is blocking all of the psychics. So that's according to somebody that I know. They are blocking some of the psychics. So yeah, we may be moving to PayPal or something else. I don't know. Maybe PayPal will be blocking us too. You never know. All right. How can I wake up my psychic powers? The big thing here is listen to your intuition. You have to listen. One of the problem is we just don't listen. The Ace of Swords is about communication. It's about setting up that communication. All right. Because we do have these intuition things that hit us. We do have that intuition spike to where we have, yes, this is what I need. Yes, this is what I wanted to know. But that Ace of Swords says, unless we listen, unless our mind is quiet, it's hard to get that information. So get that Ace of Swords in there and listen to all of the guides, listen to all the messages. And, Meadows, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Heather. Thank you. Yeah, the Ace of Swords says, get that communication going. That is so critical, so important. The Two of Pentacles as well. Okay, Queenie, you need to get a book. There is a specific book that you've seen that you haven't picked up that will help you. You need more information. You need something that is in book format that you've seen before, you didn't pick up. Go ahead and get it. That Two of Pentacles is about choices. It's about picking up that extra information. And that extra information, I think, is going to lead you on a path that's going to open up a lot of possibilities with that. And the last thing is unity. Be okay with yourself. Be okay with what you're hearing. A lot of times we hear stuff, we're like, whoa, what the hell is that? And we dismiss it, right? And we dismiss it. So we're back to the communication. Be open to literally anything. If something comes in your head, listen to it. No matter how weird it is, no matter how out of place it is, it could have some very valuable information for you. Sunshiny Day, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. Is my mom schizophrenic, or are them visions real? Are them visions real? Or do we have a case of schizophrenia? What's a good schizophrenic deck? I would say the Waterfall Tarot? No, maybe not. I don't know what's a good schizophrenic deck. I guess we could go on the outskirts and do a Dragon Tarot. What do you think? I'm not saying dragons are schizophrenic. I mean, if any dragons are watching, no offense, right? No offense for me using the dragon deck, but I'm just saying. Is mom schizophrenic? I mean, they have been speaking in tongues, you know? I mean, they may have two different opinions of something. I'm just saying, if you're schizophrenic, playing a board game with yourself takes on a whole new meaning, you know? Yeah, we do have visions. We do have visions. Are they legitimate? We have all pentacles. So it says that there's some reality here that we may be missing. There is something based upon reality. There is. There literally is. You have pentacles, pentacles, pentacles. What's the tarot trying to tell us? They are saying that there's some legitimacy, there's some pentacles, there's some meat to the bone here, right? You have the Seven of Pentacles, which is sort of the planting of the seeds, or planting things and working towards something. And then you have the Page. The Page says that interpreting these messages is very difficult. It is difficult. And some of the messages may be in a different format than what you're used to. So if maybe something is trying to tell you, there's a job waiting for you or something like that. It could be a dragon, and the dragon is the job, and the dragon is waiting for you and sort of looking at you eerily, right? There's still something waiting for you, but there's a dragon. So again, it could be sort of symbolic in a lot of ways. Page of Pentacles says we're not reading these information correctly, basically. Ten of Pentacles says there's a lot of meat on the bone. There's a lot of visions that have some good information that they are trying to convey. Again, some of these are symbolic. Some of these are a little bit over the top, but they do have some good information in them. The Ten of Pentacles is definitely check out them visions, check out those things, and try to feel what they are alluding to. But again, entertainment purposes only. I'm not saying they're real. I'm saying they have some information within there, even if the information is a little bit unusual, to say the least, right? The information may be in a little bit of an unusual form. All right. You know what's not unusual is Rose, because Rose is amazing, and Rose wants to know what's coming to me in April. Ray, thank you so much for your other donation. I appreciate that so much. Rose, let's use the Anna K for you, because I'm in an Anna K mood right now. I think that Anna K, Rose, is going to have the info that you need. What is coming up in April? What is happening? What is going to be the main source of information in April? April has a lot of good stuff. I think that you're in a situation in April. Aaron, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. I think that you're in a situation in April where you're basically in charge of something that you're not supposed to be in charge of, basically, okay? You're in charge of something, the Empress and the Lovers. We have two majors. We have Death reversed. It's like you shouldn't be in charge of this. You shouldn't take that advantage. You shouldn't move forward with that. By the way, Aaron, let me know what your question is. Thank you so much. Oh, I got you, Aaron. I see you in chat. Aaron, I got your question. Thank you again. Empress and the Lover. You're in charge of something that you don't need to be, that you don't want to make a decision, that you don't want to move forward with, because it's almost like you're not really being set up, but somebody is sort of relying on you for something that you don't need to be doing. And you know, going into it, you don't need to be handling that. You don't need to be trying to do that, but they give it to you anyway, Rose. That's what they do. And I think it's frustrating to you. It's frustrating to them. They don't really know where else to go, so they ended up just sort of handing it off. I think the bottom line is be careful what you commit to in April, okay? Because Again, we don't want to make any big changes in April. We want to keep things kind of the same. Death reversed. Keep it the same. A little bit of that Wheel of Fortune action. What goes around comes around. Keep some of that the same. And that is going to be one of the big keys for you. All right. Speaking of keys, Cowboy Dan has a question below. Cowboy Dan wants to know, what's better for me to try, tarot or cartomancy? You want a tarot throwdown?
Time for a tarot throwdown.
And a tarot throwdown you will get a tarot throwdown. We got tarot over here, and we got cartomancy down here, right? I mean, a little bit of a focus on tarot versus cartomancy. What we got here is basically the tarot. I mean, you have the tarot with the Fool. The Fool says, go on that adventure. Okay, go on that adventure. I think what you have is an opportunity for the Hierophant. You have an opportunity to get into something serious, something that has so many freaking levels in it, so many levels, so many depth, so much depth in it that you're very excited about it and you can't wait. You love it. You absolutely love it. There's so many ways to sort of address it. Cartomancy has a little bit of a more comfortable feel to where you're like, yeah, I mean, that works for me. That works. It has a nice, comfortable feel for you. But overall, if you're looking for the throwdown winner, it is, I mean, I'm just saying, it is going to be the two majors over there. All right. Outcome between me and Adi. Is Adi somebody that we want to hang out with? I mean, is Adi somebody that is going to be around for good? You know what I mean? Is that going to be somewhere? Is that going to be something that's going to be around for good? I'm just saying now. I am just saying now. We have a new estimated date for what? We have a new estimated date for the White Newman Tarot is now pushed out to June. What the hell is going on with the White Newman Tarot? I mean, a serious question. The White Newman Tarot has been pushed out for 6 months solid. 6 months solid. It's getting ridiculous. Anyway, Mana, what is the outcome? The Fool says the outcome is worth the journey. It is. We got 3 freaking majors, Mana. Come on. Come on, man. We got 3 majors just for you. Just for you. We got 3 majors. The Fool, go on the journey. The journey is worth the effort. The Moon, we're moving from a place that is going to be a little bit different than what we're used to. Is that going to be okay? The world says yes. You may be different than what you expected. It may be a new adventure. CFK, thank you for your donation. But I'm just saying now, the world says that that journey is worth the effort. It is worth the walk. The King of Wands does say at some point you do have to make a decision. It's going to be a hard decision there. But that journey, though, it is well worth it. The outcome looks great. The outcome looks great. This really can't get any better. Would I have loved the Lovers, the Two of Cups? I mean, come on. Of course, I love any of that stuff. Anyway, Heather had a question. Heather wanted to know. I've been yapping so much. I forgot. Let's see. You can do PayPal. It's easy. So we got Aaron, we got Heather, and then Heather was somebody. I forget what Heather's name was. Was it this one? No. Was it that one? No. Was it that one? No. I got that one. No. Still looking. And still looking. Sorry, Heather. Isn't it readings? I love the way you do this and that. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And was it Mariana? No. Connection with Brian. Oh, it was Meadows. You're right. It was Meadows. Okay. Heather, don't tell me I went to bartending school. Don't say it works against you. Emma should know she does. Dang, I missed it. It was in the other room. So please, Derek, what this is. You're the drag. Very cool. Shall I leave him or stay? All right. I got it. Sorry about that. It's a busy night. It's a busy night and I got confused. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to one of our favorites. I'm just saying the Gilded Tarot Royale. Gilded Tarot Royale is where it's at. Aaron, you are next. Aaron, thank you again. I appreciate it. Heather, thank you also. All right. I mean, let's see. Let's see how it goes. Should I leave him or should I just ditch him? Should I leave him on the side of the road or should I, what are we doing with that? Oh, man. The Eight of Swords says leaving him is going to be difficult, first off. Page of Wands. Yeah, the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles. Basically, leaving him looks pretty good. Leaving him looks pretty good. Ace of Pentacles points to a new opportunity around the corner. A new opportunity around the corner. Thank you, Meadows. Thank you so much. That ace, right? Yeah, that ace. The problem is if we stay, there may not be stability. There may not be the meat that we sort of need in this relationship to sort of keep us going, right? That Hierophant, things could get serious indeed. But the overall satisfaction just doesn't look like it's there. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. But yeah, that page, it says that action going forward, the action moving, it may not be what we expect. It may not work out quite as well as we had hoped. And that's because sort of the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords has the restrictions. Like there's not much room for expansion with staying. There isn't. It's like it's sort of closed in. It's tightly closed in. It's not something where we have a lot of expansion room, a lot of freedom, a lot of sort of play time in there. It seems just a little too serious. It seems too closed in, too small. It just looks very limiting. It looks very limiting. But of course, entertainment purposes only. Never make a relationship decision based on a fat man reading your cards over the internet. All right, let's see about Aaron. Aaron has been around waiting, and does the guy like, are they still interested in me? Aaron wants to know. I mean, Aaron, let's find out, Aaron. I think that we got some good stuff going in here. Let's go with a little bit of the Gentle Tarot there. Gentle Tarot looks so nice. It does. It looks so nice. All right. I mean, are they still interested in me? I like this guy. And I want to know if they're going to be around. I want to know, are they going to be around? Lady, I did not see your question, actually, lady. Lady, I do pay close attention to what you say, but I do not see a question for you, lady. I just don't. Let me know what your question is. Did you see my question? No, I did not. Maybe see. So I see comments about a Bluetooth speaker, about the Azathoth Tarot. I see comments. Oh, you want to overcome your self-sabotage. Is that your question? Okay, well, that works. I got it. Lakey, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We're going long tonight. Okay. Does the guy I like still interested in me? I think so. We have the Chariot. We have a nice movement card next to the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a powerful card. It says that we do have a connection there. There is something there. There is a connection there. And that Six of Cups, that connection is worth pursuing. Why do we know? Because we got the Chariot. We're chasing that connection. We're moving into that connection. That's going to be pretty good. So I think that this is worth trying. I think that they are interested in. The Six of Thunder as well, right? That six, that journey that we take. The journey that we take could be more complex. It could be, a little bit more thick than we like. But yeah, it is worth going on. We got a journey here. We got a journey there. It's saying go for it. Aaron, they're saying go for it. Definitely something you want to get in. Kevin, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. All right, lady, what can I do to overcome my own self-sabotage? Lady, you just got to stop doing it. And that's your reading. No, I'm kidding. You got to stop doing it, lady. You got to stop self-sabotage. Oh, what are we going to do for a self-sabotage reading? I think we're going to go with the Witchling Academy. The Witchling Academy is not a self-sabotaging deck. It could be, but it's just not. The Tower says that you're reaching for something you can't get. That's the bottom line. That is the bottom line. You're reaching for something you can't get. You have overreaching expectations. You're defensive. You're kind of defensive sometimes. You're like, I can do that. What the hell are you talking about? I can do that. I can do that easy. And then you just overreach. You try to get that Ten of Pentacles moment. You're like, yes, I can get that. I can reach it. That is entirely possible. But at the end, the Tower collapses. Things don't go the way you hope. And I think that's what happens. I think you're overreaching. You have too much expectation and you try for too much. And that is self-sabotaging you. That is one of those, right? You got to relax. You got to do things more progressively, more slowly. You got to sort of ease into it. And that's going to be a lot of help. That's going to be a lot of help as you sort of try that method. And, stop self-sabotaging. I mean, that's the bottom line. Stop that evil self-sabotage. All right. If you're in the queue, by the way, it's massive. It is huge. It is massive. We're like here. We're like here. And you are down here. All right. Will my finances be like in April? Let's find out. See if we get a little bit of that money. See if we get a little bit of that cash-ola. That would be great. Because if you're going to get some cash, it's going to look like the tarot in Wonderland. You know what I mean? When you get that fat cash, it looks like the tarot in Wonderland. That's what happens. All right. What are my finances going to be like? Are we going to have the fat cash? Probably a little bit better, right? Meadows, thank you so much for your subscription to the family. Thank you so much. By the way, if you're not a member of the family, it costs $1 and you get like 20 emotes for chat. So if you're going to be here hanging out, you want to use some emotes, that's the question. That is the question. Finances are going to be a little bit on the rough side in April. A little bit on that challenge, right? Because you have that 5. It's like we're competing with things. We have this bill, we have that bill, we have this thing that we need, we have this thing that we're interested in. We want to do so many things, but we just can't get to it with the finances. And the 5 of Wands is there is some conflicting things. It's like some people want this, other people want that, okay? 5 of Cups is the Lord of Disappointment. It's like we can't reach the goals. We can't get some of the things that we'd really like to get financially in April. It just looks challenging. And the 4 of Cups is as well. It's like some of the things that we're receiving we don't want. We want some things that are going to be better off. We want some things that are going to bring us more money. We want a reduction in some of the outgoing bills. But a lot of that is just not possible. A lot of that is very challenging to get. So April doesn't look as well as we had hoped. It doesn't look as well as we had hoped. What career will my future husband have? Cece, it's been a minute, Cece. How are you doing, Cece? It's literally been a minute, Cece. I mean, it's been a while. How are you doing? Good to see you. All right. Cece wants to know a good career for a future husband. Maybe they're unemployed. I don't know. If we get a 5 of Pentacles, I'm leaning towards that right now. I'm leaning towards that. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see about that. That's 6. Ooh, that's 6. They're in finance. They're in finance. I think they work maybe at a bank, at a financial institution of some type. They could work as a broker or something like that. Maybe a day trader. They're in finance. A 6 of Coins. They're handing out. They're dealing with money. Could be a teller. They're dealing with money. They do have things to do with money. Okay. The 6 of Coins. We are handing out the money. We are sort of a giving type. Okay. Especially with that. And we have the King of Coins, which is literally the retired banker, right? It's the retired banker. It's somebody that does deal with money. You have 2 hints they deal with money. Could be a teller, could be somebody that works in a financial institution. 6 of Cups, they do end up making people happy. So I think that they may be investing for people. The people are pretty content with them. They could be doing something, maybe retirement services or, something where they help people. And you see that with the 6 of Cups, that connection that where they help people. So that's sort of where they're at. And that is the, what they do for a living. What they do for a living, indeed. Love reading for Kevin. All right. Let's see about that. Kevin, does this month have a good outcome? And give me a love reading. I mean, that's a good combo. That is a good combo indeed. And Gregory Scott will know this. All right. We'll do a double Kevin read here. Gonna go number 1 with the love reading. See what things Kevin has in store. Maybe a great connect. Oh my God, the 2 of Cups warms us up. The 2 of Cups into the Magician. Oh my, that's a lot of majors. All right, Kevin, I think that you have somebody coming. The 2 of Cups says we have this connection coming up. I think it's a good connection. It is the love card. It is love. It's Venus in Cancer. It is love. looking at a good connection with, I think, a Pisces. Be honest with you. I think it is a Pisces. We have a Two of Cups and the Magician. Now, that sort of a combination means that it's sort of a gimme. It's sort of a gimme. It's like one of the connections you don't have to put in a ton of work. You don't have to sit there and just work yourself, over and over. You don't have to worry. You don't have to be, okay, should I call? You don't have to do any of that crap. Magician says it almost comes natural. It just comes natural to be with the Pisces and to sort of be with this people and this person. I think it becomes natural. And the Chariot says you're willing to move forward together, right? It's like your team almost immediately. Your team almost immediately. And that is so awesome, right? Ray, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. That is so awesome. So I think that is sort of your love. I think that is sort of your love where it is going to be at. That is a great read. That is a great read. Kevin had another read, speaking of which. They want to know, does this month have a good outcome with everything? Well, everything is kind of broad. Everything is kind of broad. You know what I mean? Paula wants to know, is the Hermetic Tarot any good? I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Now, considering how obsessed the Golden Dawn is with color, I would think they'd make it in color. But no, apparently not. With everything is a bit much. Everything is a bit of an overreach here. Two of Wands says that you are being propped up. You are being propped up in April for May. May is going to be a little bit bigger, especially once you head to August. Once you head to August, I think that's going to be one of those. August is going to be probably your peak, okay? Two of Wands says you do need to prepare for that. So this is sort of a prop up, right? It's sort of an alley up, I guess, in basketball. It's sort of, you're being propped up. Three of Swords says some of the things that you're building in April are just kind of don't work. They just don't jive as well as you would hope. And that's sort of something you're going to see throughout April. Some stuff you just doesn't seem to work out. Now, Page of Swords says that's quite okay because, again, it's an alley-oop. It's a layup for more May and the biggest one being August. So no, everything doesn't work out. Three of Swords is not an everything kind of workout card, right? That Page especially is not an everything. It's more like we're just getting started. We're getting that layup for the next thing. And the Two of Wands is looking forward into those is going to be one of your biggest things in April. So, I mean, that is a kind of an overreach. Everything, nobody really is going to have everything, but yeah. Anyway, all right. A Sunshiny Day wants to know about the good stuff. Sunshiny Day wants the good stuff. And for the good stuff, Sunshiny Day deserves a good tarot deck. And that's going to be the Mons Tarot. Let's go. That is going to be the Mons Tarot. That's where it's at. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see. Will I be able to buy my own place this year? Let's get you a 10 of Pentacles. Let's get you a 4 of Wands. We need something. Lakey, no, I have not answered it because the queue is huge, Lakey. It's a busy night. I'm sorry, Lakey. It is a busy night. You're here and I am here. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4 away. You're 4 away. All right. By the way, we're ending soon. We got to end this eventually. We're going to get through this queue. And then we're going to sneak out of here and eat a banana and take a shower. Not at the same time. Well, be able to buy a place this year. Hierophant says, yeah, it does. It says, yes. I think there's some concern about it. There is some concern about it. There is. 5 of Cups. Are we going to have the money? Are we going to be able to do this? Are we going to have the stability? Is everything going to be sort of where we need it to be, right? I think it's going to be there. Ace of Swords says we're moving into that realm. We are ready to go to the next step. Hierophant says we're getting serious with it. We're moving into that. And the Ace of Pentacles says we got the money. The money's there. The money's there. Look at the Ace of Pentacles. It looks like this. It looks like money is just falling out of the sky at this point. Ace of Pentacles Ace of Swords, that initiation, that birth of getting your own place, getting in there, that Hierophant especially. It really sort of rounds it out with that little homestead kind of feel. It rounds it out. It says, yes, absolutely. You're going to do it. You are going to do it. I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. I think you shouldn't be Nine of Swordsing it out because looking good. We want to next move into a house or apartment. Let's do a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
On the left, we got a house. On the left, we have a house. Because I'm just saying. I am just saying. Dr. Mystical, what is going on? Good to see you. I'm just saying. We got the house and the apartment. The apartment is looking pretty damn good now. You want a big move, though. You want a big move. You decide against a house. That's basically it. You decide against a house, okay? It's too much. It's too much. It weighs on you too much, Ray. It weighs on you too much. It's too heavy. I think that you want to be mobile. I think that you want to be flexible. And I'm just saying, you want to be mobile and flexible. Apartment is going to be a little bit better for you overall, right? There is I think that a house is something that you want, is something that you really need, but right now it looks rough. It does. Ray, it just looks rough. I think apartment is going to be better suited, right? Apartment is going to be better financially, it seems. And it's going to be your next move because you do have the big movement card. That Knight of Swords is all about movement, getting through there. So I think that is important to you. It is. YouTube user, you were not missed. YouTube user, you're here. And YouTube user, we are here. So YouTube user, you are one away. Uno mas away. You are one away. So let's go down the line. Let's go. Will the surgery be straightforward? Let's use a little Cosma Visions Oracle, which I don't have. Where the hell is it? Well, actually, I do have it. I just don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. Okay. Cosma Visions. Well, it looks kind of like the Cosma Visions. We can do a Heaven and Earth. We could do a little Heaven and Earth for you. I'm sorry about that. Cosma Vision's not quite ready yet. It is, I'm just saying. YouTube users, uno mas away. How do you say away? Mana, I did yours like forever ago. Mana, I did yours like way up here. Yours was like up here. Man, I did yours like an hour ago. All right. My Cosma Visions doesn't look good. We're looking kind of slim on that Cosma Vision. So there we go. Will the surgery be straightforward? A pretty simple yes or no question, I got to say. We got another Christina. Welcome, the Christina. How are you doing tonight? Oh, man. Perfected success is yes. It says yes. This literally says perfected success. Let me zoom in here. Perfected success. That says yes. That says it will be successful. It will be perfectly successful. That is very straightforward. That's what you need, right? There is some disappointment with the surgery. I think that there's some disappointment associated with it. Like it's almost like that you couldn't get everything that you wanted out of the surgery. So you were expecting this, but you didn't get that. And that's sort of the defensive nature here. It's almost like that you don't want to go into surgery in the first place. You have a little bit of a hesitation with that. You know what I mean? And the High Priestess says there's a lot of stuff going on with this particular surgery. It's not like an easy surgery. So straightforward, I think it's successful. Straightforward, not so much. Straightforward, not so much. That's one of these things. But yeah. And it doesn't get you like everything that you wanted, right? Okay. YouTube user is finally up. I know everybody's waiting. I'm sorry. It's a massive queue tonight. Man, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. I think we have like 40 donations. Now, how many donations did we get? We got 33 donations. No. We got 34 donations. 34 donations tonight. Thank you all for all your donations. I appreciate that. Did N see the Instagram posts Let's see. I mean, we need to see about that. We need to see about that. If they saw a post, I think so. I think so. Queen of Cups, it made them a little bit emotional. It pulled them emotionally. It pulled them in emotionally. That World said that, you know, they're pretty excited about some aspects of it. Maybe some parts, no. Some parts, yeah, they were pretty excited about that. Seven of Swords says they're watching your Instagram really close. They haven't missed a beat. They're watching your Instagram very close. Look at he's watching. He's watching that ass. He's watching that ass. I'm just saying. And she's watching. She's watching. There's a lot of observing going on here. You know what I mean? There's a lot of observing happening here. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. We are down to the last three. Lakey, when will I get the strength to move on from Ellie? When will I get the strength to move on from Eli? I think that's the question. I think that is the question. Now, we really want the strength card right here. We got a little Ciro Marchetti here. I mean, we got the, by the way, this is Ciro Marchetti's cloth. We got a Ciro Marchetti deck to go on it. We're having a Ciro kind of day, you know? You need a personal reading. Mana, I would love to give you a personal reading. I would love to give you a personal reading. Private readings are $30 for 20 minutes. Email that address right there. It's in the description too. Go to the description of the video. My email's there. $30 for 20 minutes. I'm just saying, it's going to be a good read. I haven't had anybody ever like complain. People keep coming back. So I have like 4 or 5 people that I read for every month. So people come back. So yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. 20 minutes, $30. Pretty reasonable price there. When will I get the strength to move on from Eli? Well, now, it's going to be a while. Hanged Man says that you very much have rose-colored glasses with Eli. I mean, you do. You know what I mean? Maria, thank you so much for your donation. The Hanged Man says you have rose-colored glasses. That's the problem. You're not seeing the tough times. You're not seeing the rough parts. You're not seeing the parts that were very challenging as you moved forward. The Knight of Swords as well. It feels like that if you just did something a little bit different, if you just made this little tweak, then Eli would work. Eli and you, they would work out perfectly, you know? But it's not real. It's not real. Eli is a bit of a pain. The 10 of Wands, you're carrying all of Eli's emotional baggage. You're carrying all of Eli's games, all of their head games on your back. You have accepted all of these things and you're carrying them along. You need to release. You need to release. You need to throw these down, throw them away, and move on. That's it. That's it. Remove the rose-colored glasses. The Hanged Man says that, yeah, it's not exactly good for you in the long run. Ray, what will my career be like in April? We got a little career reading. Hopefully you get some money. Hopefully you get some money. Because for this read, I want to use the Teen Witch. The Teen Witch Tarot is going to give you the laydown. It's going to give you the lowdown, the laydown, the lowdown, laydown, one of the two. It's going to give you something. Hopefully not, something that makes you itch. What will the career be like in April? We need to know. I think the career looks good. It's almost like that there's an opportunity around the corner for you. It does, right? The Hierophant. It's like some full-time thing, some big thing, some big company, because that's what the Hierophant is. It's something serious. It's something huge, something massive. And that Queen of Wands says it just suddenly appears. It's like we're just getting this rope and we're going to throw it around the Hierophant and we're going to get onto that card because you have a big opportunity around the corner, basically. Big opportunity. Hierophant is not a small opportunity at all. And the Chariot says you're going to be able to move in there. You're going to move forward with it. And it is such a beautiful match for you. It really is. The Lovers. So watch for career opportunities in April. You're going to have one. And it is huge. It is huge. So that's where you want to be. That is an excellent read. That is an excellent read. And the last reading of the night, what's coming for me in love? Maria wants to know. Maria, let's get you some good news. Let's get you some good news, Maria, by using everybody's favorite, the Shadowland Tarot. Such a freaking beautiful deck, man. That is such a great, great deck of cards. It really is. Okay, what is coming up? We got April on the mind. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. When you do get movement in April, you need to watch out. I think there's somebody that's bringing you. Basically some news that is not true. It's almost like that you're getting, Manna, I just got your email. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. There's somebody that is trying to deceive you in April, bottom line. So what's coming for you in love? Look really closely at who you're getting or what is happening in love during April, right? And the 7 of Wands says, be careful and don't be afraid to reject something that just doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't smell right. You want to reject that because the Hermit says that sometimes we want to get into a relationship. We want to dive into something, even though it may not look well because, hey, it's an opportunity. Do I really want to get this opportunity? I don't think at that price, no. 3 of Cups says the person deceiving you has a lot of different relationships going on. You don't want to deal with all that. So be careful. Be careful with what's coming for you in love. I think the person has like dark hair. I think they dress really nicely. And you tend to want to, be kind and be gentle and be hopeful and have these positive, sort of glass half full. But you are going to be deceived in April. And that is it for me. I appreciate everybody being here. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Have a great evening.